Now on Denver 7 News at 5 a.m., members of the Colorado General Assembly convening today to figure out why so many of us are paying so much more for utilities this year and what can be done to cut those costs.
And this morning we remember a groundbreaking Colorado leader who has passed away, the legacy of former Congresswoman Pat Schroeder for the entire state and country.
President Biden taking executive action to implement gun control measures. The new orders expected today from the Oval Office.
One Colorado school encouraging more students to hit the half pipe or maybe just the sidewalk for now, work up to it. The larger mission behind a push to start kids skateboarding, which was not the case growing up for me. I was a bit of a bad boy in my skateboarding phase.
Really?
You know, I had my little Vans shirt, my etnies shoes.
Yeah, and no formal training either? Yeah.
No, we just, but like I lived in a cul-de-sac. This is actually true. We lived in a cul-de-sac, and I would just skateboard from one side to the other and think that that was being a skateboarder.
Okay.
And that was just what I did, just in a little circle in my little
You
cul-de-sac.
just had the clothes to
That's
look
right.
good. Yeah.
I looked cool. I had the tight jeans, but I couldn't actually pull off any tricks.
Well, you know who is a skateboarder? Lisa Hidalgo's husband. Good for the borders today out there?
Yeah. He's a 47-year-old skateboarder. Danny, you've got a buddy if you. Yeah. The kids in our neighborhood used to come over and see if Zumi wanted to skate with them. So yeah.
What a cool dad.
Cool dad.
Cowabunga.
Low to upper 30s here this morning. It would be a good day to get out and skateboard. Winds are coming in out of the southwest at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. We're going to see some even warmer conditions here this afternoon. Mid 50s by noon, upper 50s by about 1, and then low to mid 60s for highs today. We have Denver at right around 65 degrees here this afternoon. More 40s than 30s in the mountains, so it's warming up statewide today. Changes on the way, though, starting first in the high country. We have a number of alerts I'm going to show you coming up here in just a few minutes. And when you look at our 10-day forecast for temperatures, colder than average conditions covering most of the country. I'm going to show you what that looks like here on our Super 7 Day. Well, we see quite a bit of a change, Katie, here on that Super 7 Day starting Thursday.
All right, thanks, Lisa. I'll appreciate the spring-like weather while it's here today. Now, outside this morning, if you're getting ready to head out the door, not a lot of traffic to tell you about. Currently, roads are dry and pretty wide open through I-25 into Thornton and North Glen. Let me take you to the map. No crashes or incidents to tell you about currently. Plenty of green out there and speeds above average, around 65 to 68 miles per hour through downtown on I-25. 76 continues to run smooth, just about a 10-minute commute for you right now, 104th Avenue to I-25. 270 east and westbound, no problems there, and the drive to and from Boulder looking good right now.
Well, it may be in the 60s today, that's what I'm hearing, but this has been a very cold winter and therefore a very pricey one because we have to heat our homes.
Yeah, and we have heard from Coloradans out there paying triple their normal bills, in some cases hundreds more dollars a month than normal. Denver 7's Veronica Acosta is live with what state leaders are doing today to try to get our utility budgets back under control. Veronica.
Well, you mentioned it, opening up those utility bills. It is painful for so many people out there. But today, Colorado's utility companies, they're going to have to show face over at the state capitol because lawmakers, they want the same answers that we all do. They want to know what's causing those huge spikes in our bills. And in a really rare move, lawmakers created the Joint Select Committee on Rising Utility Rates. Its purpose is to understand what's behind those big increases and really whether any regulatory changes are needed. Lawmakers are hoping to better understand the role of the Public Utilities Commission and really how that group tries to keep rates low, as well as how companies are setting prices. Now, one of the lawmakers on the committee telling us they want some questions answered today.
They're profiting and benefiting from it. The question is, are they unfairly benefiting? Are consumers getting a fair shake?
If you're wondering, here's a list of what utility companies are going to be at today's hearing. We know Xcel Energy is going to be there, Black Hills Energy, the Colorado Rural Electric Association, Holy Cross Energy, Core Electric Cooperative, and Atmos Energy as well. Now, lawmakers say they want to hear how spikes in our bills are impacting you as well. So if you have something to say to those lawmakers, all you have to do is go ahead and email them at energybills@coleg.gov. As far as that hearing goes, we know that's going to kick off at 2 this afternoon. In Denver, I'm Veronica Acosta, Denver 7.
All right. Thank you, Veronica. And there is help available for people who've fallen behind on paying their bills. And Energy Outreach Colorado offers payment assistance as well as free repairs and replacements of more energy efficient appliances. They will make some upgrades and enhancements to save you money in the future.
There is also nothing wrong with asking for help. I mean, this is an important thing to remember. We are very fortunate to have a lot of extremely generous donors that contribute money to us. These are your funds. So you really have the right to come and ask for these.
To qualify for Energy Outreach Colorado, you do have to make less than 80% of the area median income. That's between $46,000 to $63,000 for a single person, $65,000 to $100,000 for a family of 4, depending on your county. You can learn more on the website that's on our website, denver7.com.
Colorado lawmakers are remembering former Congresswoman Pat Schroeder today. She died last night in a hospital in Florida after suffering a stroke. She was 82 years old. Schroeder was the first woman elected to Congress from Colorado, representing the 1st District from 1972 to 97. Schroeder was known as a pioneer for women's and family rights. She was inducted to the Colorado Women's Hall of Fame in 1985. And Governor Jared Polis called Schroeder a one-of-a-kind leader and barrier breaker. And Congressman Joe Neguse says that she was an incredible public servant and historic trailblazer.
Breaking this morning, President Biden will sign several new executive orders today. Among them, he will call for more background checks and a better use of red flag laws. Biden is also encouraging the Federal Trade Commission to issue a report explaining how gun makers market firearms to teenagers and children. The president is set to make that announcement just before 2 p.m. our time.
And the family of one of the King Soopers mass shooting victims is now suing the manufacturer of the gun that was used. The son of one of the victims filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Ruger, seeking damages of more than $15,000. He says the company violated the same law that Sandy Hook family cited in their case against Remington, the gun maker of the AR-15 style weapon used in that attack. Kendra Castillo's parents are refusing to accept a settlement from STEM school Highlands Ranch. The 18-year-old was killed at school back in 2019. He was hailed as a hero for rushing one of the shooters. His parents hope refusing the $387,000 payout will lead the school to release more information about what happened that day. The shooting also left 8 others hurt. The 2 STEM students who attacked the school were convicted and sentenced to life in prison.
The school board in Elizabeth is scrambling this morning after 3 of its 5 members quit last night. The 2 remaining members are Rhonda Olson and Heather Booth. The 3 resigning members, Carrie Karcher, Vice President Kim Frumveller, and Secretary Craig Blackham, say they're leaving in response to an agenda that they say changed after the last election. The business of the board recently has been bogged down in personal issues and topics like critical race theory and restorative justice. Remaining board member Rhonda Olson said, "While I'm disappointed by the recent turn of events, I remain focused on supporting our students, staff, and families in Elizabeth." Heather Booth said the conflict that existed among the previous board was unfortunate, and I look forward to working with the new members of the board once they are appointed and strengthening our board leadership. Colorado Community Media reports that an attorney advising the board says it can declare an extraordinary circumstance to continue their business without a quorum, and all decisions will be formally authorized later on. Starting next year, Colorado students will take the SAT and the PSAT exams online only. Colorado has been using these tests as a way to measure school and district academic performance. Colorado public colleges and universities, however, no longer even require an exam like the SAT for acceptance.
The need for food growth is growing every year across our state. Right now, 1 in 9 children in Colorado suffers from food insecurity, which means that they don't know when they'll get their next meal or where it will come from. Denver 7 is partnering with ARC Thrift Stores, Volunteers of America, and BOK Financial for the Feed Colorado Food Drive. The goal is to collect 60 tons of food for VOA's Meal on Wheels and City Harvest Food Bank. You can donate cash or non-perishable foods at any ARC Thrift Store or at more than a dozen BOK financial locations. You can also donate online by following the links at arcfeedcolorado.com.
Well, if you want to see a show at the Denver Center for the Performing Arts, today is the day to buy tickets. There is a discount sale called DCPA Access. The DCPA does this a few times a year. Today it will offer tickets to 5 upcoming shows. Fiddler on the Roof, which opens tonight. Also, the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. Tickets for those are $20. Tickets to the upcoming production of 1776 are $17.76. And then tickets to the Denver Center Theater Company's The Color Purple and 39 Steps are $10 only. That sale starts at noon today, online only. You can get details on the DCPA website under tickets and then under special offers and discounts. Lisa.
Such a good deal. Now at just about 5:10. If your kids are heading off to school today, not on spring break this week, we're going to be in the mid to upper 30s at the bus stop early on. A little mix of sun and clouds this afternoon, but extremely pleasant. Very spring-like. 65 for a high today. Even warmer tomorrow, and then quite a bit of a cool down by Thursday. We'll take a look at that next storm coming up.
Boy, so dark and dry this morning. If you're heading out the door, this is a look for you right now at 510 at I-25 past the downtown Denver Aquarium. We do have lanes open on the 20th Street Bridge, so you can enter and exit the highway on 20th Street right now from I-25. And we'll be right back.
Yeah, does that sound annoy you? Yeah, so new pickleball courts may be on hold in one city.
One man spending his retirement playing a lottery, and he's gotten lucky quite a few times. Or is it luck? Let's see how many times he's won and how much next.